So behind me is the brand new Duotone Evo D Lab.
Oh, check it out!
We'll take it, brother. Here, let's go.
Got definitely better on the second version.
Yo, what's up, brother?
Yo, Rube!
How are you?
Jamie?
What's up, Lasse?
Oh, good. Yeah, how are you guys?
Looking pretty prime out there.
Yeah?
You going out?
Yeah, I'm gonna go now. Yeah, I'm gonna
Come
try it out.
on.
This is the brand new Evo D Lab. I gotta try it out.
Are you that desperate?
Yeah, I have to compare it to the old one, see what's new.
But bro, you cannot ride like that.
It's not gonna work.
Come on, I'll take this.
Never, you never say never.
What's the difference?
I'm not gonna tell you. I'll find out. But here's what's new. So behind me is the brand new Duotone Evo D Lab. The Evo D Lab has been in the range for over 3 years, I believe, and it's been a super successful kite. Not only has it blown away the figures of the sales of the kite, that everybody just seemed to really love it. It's been loved by team riders in big air, in free riding, even freestyle and wave. But the overall consumers that really want to have the best gear, they just love the kite, and we can see that about how big and popular the kite has become. And it also has really shown what the Alula Gold material is capable of. For this year, there's been a few very big upgrades. As you can see, it still has the Alula Gold material. It has 3 struts, but if you look closer at the kite, there's some big differences. One of the things that you'll really notice is that the arc of the kite is a little bit more flat in the center. So it used to be really kind of C, if you could see it. And now it's much more flat, much more open. And you'll notice it when you see it just pumped up on the ground or when it's flying in the air especially, you can really see a big difference on it. Besides that, also the bridle's been completely redesigned. So it used to have a 7-point bridle system going all the way towards the center. Now it's a 6-point bridle system on each side, so 12 in total. One of the things that has also been changed is the closing seam on the kite. So it used to have more of the old school closing seam. Now there's a brand new closing seam that has been designed by Duotone in the laboratory in the basement of the head office in Munich. There's a huge laboratory with all these kinds of machines with UV light, with pulling, with pushing, whatever strength tests you can put on a certain product. They've done it in the basement for thousands of hours, and that resulted in a new closing seam which makes the kite much more rigid and stable in the air. And as a result of that, they could fully adjust the bridle. That it doesn't need to have the attachment point in the center anymore, because the closing seam just makes it much more rigid. Besides that, the overall feel of the kite, the Evo D Lab was a super successful kite, as I just said, and a lot of people love it. A lot of people are like, yeah, why would you change a winning team? It's a super good kite, just keep it. But there were a few things from the team riders that they would like to see improve maybe, or a little bit different. And a lot of the consumers also have their opinion on things. One of those things is that this new Evo D Lab is much more forgiving. So the other one was a very good performing kite, did very good what you wanted to do, nothing bad about it. But this one is a little bit more forgiving. So if you're like learning to jump, learning to loop, learning to stay harder, doing whatever, and you make a slight mistake and you have more D-power, this kite will not punish you as hard. So it's very forgiving in the gust. It has a little bit more direct D-power. It's a little bit more lofty because the arc is flatter in the center. It's nice and mellow and smooth, which makes it just overall more user-friendly type of kite, which I think a lot of people will definitely love. Overall, the kite still really has the Evo D Lab DNA inside it. The bar feel is still very similar, although it's a very different kite. The sheet and go is very similar. The build-up and steering pressure is super similar. So if you liked the Evo D Lab before, you'll definitely feel very familiar flying this one. If you thought it was a little bit too aggressive or whatever you thought about it, I highly suggest you go give it a try. I've only tried a few prototypes of the kite, of which I really definitely felt a huge improvement. Unfortunately, with this big foot, it's gonna take a little while before I can try this final version. Okay, that's enough tech talk for now. I'm super excited to see Jamie and Ruben on the beach, so let's see what they think. Yo guys, the brand new Evo D Lab just launched, and we already know what's going on. I told you guys some things about the new design. These guys don't know anything yet, and they're gonna find out now in the water and put it to the test compared to the old one. I'm not gonna be part of it, but
We'll take it, brother. Here, let's go. All right, so taking out the new Evo D Lab 2026. So let's hit it. Woo. Quite lit on the tent. But let's see how this thing jumps and floats and loops. I'm excited. All right. What happened there? I rode with a bit too much backline tension. I turned up the flick bar a little bit, so better to ride these things not so much on the back lines, what I'm used to. But yeah, if you ride it in the middle, that's how Lasse rides it too. So that's how it probably looks best. Now it's stalled a little bit. Jamie on fire. Let's put him on this new Evo D Lab and see if he flies any bigger. Yeah. Thanks. Loving it. Go, Nick. Enjoy, brother. Oh well. Go. Wow, check Jamie out. Holy shit, that was sick, bro.
This one is definitely my favorite.
Yes, brother. How did you enjoy that session?
Welcome back. Yeah, most adrenaline I've had in the last 4 weeks, so I've had a good laugh.
I can imagine.
How was it for you guys?
It was €5 per wipeout, so you owe me €100.
We're a rich man. Oh. Yeah, no, it looked very good.
Yeah, I mean, of course, it would have been great to have you out there, so you could also feel what the new one feels like. But how did you like the new Evo D Lab?
I really liked it. I definitely preferred it over the old one.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, that's also with the girlfriends, right?
Yeah.
What did you see, like from your perspective? Like any difference?
Yeah, I mean, if you see the kite in detail or in the sky, it's a huge difference. The new one is much more open, so it seems much more like a bow kite. And seeing you guys ride, there's a huge difference, especially in the beginning. I saw when you were on the new one, you jumped way higher further, and the hang time was much longer compared to Jamie.
Yeah, it was feeling so good on that one. Like you can get such a lift. Like it really wants to climb up.
Yeah.
And it really, it's nice throughout the loop.
Yeah.
I really felt that like if I was riding the click bar on it, like if I put too much tension on the back line, on the loop it was stalling a little bit. So I preferred, riding it on the front lines a bit more.
But yeah, no, it's very interesting. Obviously, the Evo D Lab has been a super successful kite for pros and customers, and mainly big air riders and free riders. There's been some market feedback on what could be better. Like it's quite aggressive, the old one. Would you say the new one is more mellow, or is it?
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty forgiving, pretty easy to fly. What were you thinking?
Yes, it was definitely better for like the intermediate rider because the lift was better and it was just flying a bit easier. It was pulling a bit less. The only thing that's sometimes a bit harder on the new one is that the loop is a bit unpredictable. Sometimes it has like a really good loop and sometimes you're like, oh, the kite is down there, and I already expected it to be up there. But when it loops good, it's like super nice and you get a super floaty heli loop.
That might have also just been the conditions today. I mean, it was super gusty and sometimes the takeoff was just not right. So maybe it's not the flat water that you're used to.
Yes.
I mean, if you get a proper takeoff every time, then I think the loop will be good. I found it looping very, very easy, very convenient. And yeah, just the lift and the hang time was just fantastic. I really had fun on it.
Yeah, it looks fun. Yeah.
Nice. How long until you can ride again? Fucker.
I hope 6 months, and then I hope to be strong.
Oh wow, that's good.
So could be better, could be worse.
Not too long. Right on time for the Cape Town season.
Yeah, that's what I've been hoping. Yeah,
that's the goal.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I think we can close this video off that the Evo D Lab is still a great kite. Maybe an even better kite in the second version.
It got definitely better on the second version.
So if you're in for a new kite, then definitely try this one out. There's of course also the Rebel D Lab, which I've also ridden. It's also very lofty, jumps very nice, but the Evo is a bit more forgiving, a bit easier kite. So I actually prefer it over the Rebel. But yeah, maybe you have to try for yourself or just go for that Evo. Any last words for the...
If you just want a kite that does it all, go for the Evo. And otherwise, if you want a kite that's a bit harder to ride and flies a little bit worse, then go for the Rebel. But the Rebel has like super good performance, but the Evo just flies better overall. So if you want like the full package, definitely go for the Evo.
What's your opinion? Because I love the Rebel D Lab. You obviously love it too. What's your feeling now after riding the Evo?
The Evo was just more above your head at takeoff, but the Rebel is a little bit more direct in all of your tricks. It just reacts immediately on your steering inputs. But also downside on the Rebel is the bar pressure, steering pressure, and that's a lot lower on the new Evo D Lab. So yeah, overall the Evo D Lab is a little bit better. Maybe in some conditions you can just get that little bit more performance out of the Rebel when it's like super strong. But overall the Evo is flying a little bit better for most people.
Okay, interesting. Nice.
Interesting. So thanks for watching, guys. We had a blast on the water. I hope you have some great sessions coming up too. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, and of course check out kitemana.com if you're in for some new gear. The Evo D Lab, definitely a good choice, and I will see you next time. Much more videos coming up. You!